Hello. Today I want to ask you a very simple but honest question. And I truly hope you'll ask yourself this and answer it truthfully. The question is this: is your own mind actually supporting you? Or has your own mind become the biggest obstacle in your life? Think about it. Waking up in the morning with unnecessary stress. Random thoughts running through your head all day. And at night, when you're trying to sleep, the same old thoughts keep coming back. The same regrets. The same fears. What will happen tomorrow? What if things go wrong? What if they don't? If this has become a normal part of your life, then understand this. Your mind is exhausted. It has become toxic. And the most dangerous part is, we don't even realize it. We accept it as normal. We tell ourselves, everyone goes through this. But here's the truth. Not everyone goes through this. It happens. Yes. But what you're experiencing is not normal. It's growing inside you. Slowly. Without you even noticing. In today's video, we're going to talk about a book called Detox Your Mind. This book doesn't offer magic. It doesn't give you fake motivation. Instead, it holds up a mirror in which you can finally see the true state of your own mind. In this video, we'll learn how negative thinking silently destroys your decisions, how overthinking drains all your energy, why past experiences won't let you live in the present, and most importantly, how to free your mind from this poison, how to lighten your thoughts, how to become so strong from within that no fear, no worry, no regret can shake you. This video isn't just meant to be heard. It's meant to be felt. Some things might sting. Some truths might come to the surface. But remember, until the truth hits you, real change cannot begin. So if you want your life to not just move forward, but to move in the right direction, if you want your own mind to become your greatest friend, and not your enemy, then make sure you watch this video until the very end. And yes, I'll tell you in advance, somewhere in this video, I'm going to ask you a question. And I truly hope you'll share your answer in the comments. Because real change doesn't come from just listening. It comes from writing, from feeling, from participating. So let's begin this journey of freeing your mind without any further delay. Chapter 1. The Poison Within. Listen carefully, because this chapter is about the most common, yet most ignored problem in your life. Most of us have accepted that getting angry, feeling stressed, overthinking every little thing, feeling jealous, complaining, all of this is normal. But the truth is, it's not normal. It's a sickness that slowly accumulates in the mind. The only difference is, this poison can't be seen. It doesn't smell bad, but it hollows you out from the inside. Your thinking, your energy, your decisions, all get corroded. Just like when dirt accumulates in the body, you get sick. Exactly like that. When negative thoughts, fear, anger, and complaints pile up in the mind, life starts to feel heavy. You feel tired for no reason, irritable for no reason, and slowly, you begin to hate yourself. The most dangerous part is, This poison isn't created in one day. It builds up over years. Things heard in childhood. People's taunts. Repeated failures. Broken relationships. Comparing yourself to others on social media. Feeling inferior after seeing everyone else's life. All of this together creates a mountain of garbage inside your mind. And we keep thinking that if we just get some rest, everything will be fine. But rest doesn't clear the mind. The mind becomes clear through understanding. Until you understand what's going on inside your mind, you can't get it out. People often say, I get so angry. I'm so scared. I think too much. But no one asks, where is all this coming from? Anger comes when expectations are shattered. Fear comes when we don't trust ourselves. And overthinking starts when the mind is being fed useless things. And that useless food is negative news, pointless conversations, other people's opinions, and those memories that should have been left behind long ago. Slowly, the mind becomes addicted to all these things. And then, it can't find peace without them. The biggest truth of this chapter is that your mind becomes exactly what you feed it every day. If you feed it complaints every day, it will learn to complain. If you feed it fear every day, it will look for danger in every opportunity. And if you feed it comparisons every day, your mind will never let you be happy. So the first step is to understand that the problem isn't outside. The problem has accumulated inside you. The world will remain the same. People will remain the same. But if your mind becomes clear, then that same world will start to feel lighter. This chapter isn't meant to make you feel guilty. It's meant to wake you up. Because as long as you keep believing that your condition is bad because of others, you won't even be able to begin clearing your mind. Starting today, accept that whatever is going on inside your mind is your responsibility. And here's the good news. When the responsibility is yours, the control can also be yours. This is where the detox begins. First, recognize that there is poison in your mind. And then slowly, gather the courage to remove it. Because a clear mind is the first condition for a clear life. Chapter 2. The Trap of Negative Thinking. Now let's talk about that enemy that you can't see, but every day it steals the decisions of your life. Negative thinking. Negative thinking is a habit that once takes root in the mind, start seeing every situation through that same lens. Whether you want it or not, your mind starts finding fault in everything. It shows you fear in every opportunity and counts the flaws in every person. And slowly, it starts to feel like the world itself is bad. People are bad. And your luck is never on your side. But the truth is, the world is exactly as it always was. The only thing that has changed is your perspective. Negative thinking is rarely born from one big event. It's built from small things. From telling yourself over and over, I can't do this. I'm not capable enough. What will people say? What if I fail? These small sentences seem insignificant, but the brain takes them as commands. And when the brain receives the same command repeatedly, it starts holding you back. You give up before you even get a chance. You convince yourself before you even dream. Let it go. This is beyond me. And that is the biggest defeat. The most dangerous part is negative thinking makes you believe it's protecting you. Your mind says, don't expect too much, or you'll be hurt. Don't try too hard, or you'll fail. But this isn't protection. This is a prison. A prison with no bars. But you're trapped inside. You stay safe. But you're not alive. You don't take risks. So you don't fall. But you never fly either. In this chapter, the author explains that the biggest cure for negative thinking is recognizing it. As soon as a negative thought comes to your mind, ask yourself, is this true? Or is this just my fear speaking? Is there any proof? Or am I just guessing? Most of the time, you'll find that this thought isn't reality. It's just a shadow of past experiences. And as soon as you recognize this shadow, its power starts to fade. Remember, you are not obligated to believe every thought that enters your mind. Thoughts come and go. But holding on to them or letting them go is your choice. The moment you learn to let go of useless and negative thoughts, without fighting them, your mind starts to feel lighter. And when the mind is light, life automatically starts to feel a little easier. Don't fight negative thoughts. Just recognize them. And let truth and understanding take their place. This is where the real detox begins. By the way, pausing occasionally and asking yourself, how am I feeling right now? This question alone can take you very far. So take a moment right now and ask yourself, at this moment, how am I feeling? Light? Heavy? Anxious? Peaceful? If you'd like, you can write your answer in the comments below. I'll be waiting for your response. Chapter 3. Overthinking. Mental exhaustion. Now let's talk about that habit, which most people mistake for intelligence. When the truth is, this habit hollows out the mind from within. Overthinking means going over the same thing again and again in your head, drawing 100 conclusions from every situation, and most of them negative. You sit down to think about one thing, and before you know it, your mind has been stuck on it all day. The result is, your body stays in one place, but your mind is running a marathon. And a mind that runs constantly eventually gets tired and breaks. The biggest problem with overthinking is it steals you from the present. You're with the person sitting in front of you, but you're not really there. You're doing today's work, but your mind is lost in tomorrow's worries. The mind keeps asking, what if this happens? What if that happens? But it never asks, what should I do right now? And when your focus drifts away from the now, mistakes are inevitable. Then that same mistake gives your mind another excuse to think more. And it becomes a cycle that feels impossible to escape. Many people believe that thinking more will help them make better decisions. But the truth is, thinking too much destroys your ability to make decisions. You see so many options that none feel right. You analyze so much that you're scared to take even one small step. And slowly, You become someone who understands everything, but does nothing. In this chapter, a very profound thing is said. That the mind doesn't need answers to every question. It needs direction. Overthinking decreases when you stop chasing every thought. As soon as a useless thought arrives, tell yourself, not now. Right now. I need to live in this moment. Right now. I just need to take the next small step. You don't need to think about the entire path. Just seeing the next turn is enough. When you stop entertaining your mind constantly, when you stop trying to keep it busy every moment, the mind begins to calm down on its own. A little silence, a little simplicity, and a little living in the present. This is the greatest cure for overthinking. Remember, your mind doesn't rest when you sleep. Your mind rests when you stop thinking unnecessarily. Chapter 4. Fear and Self-Doubt. Now let's talk about that thing which kills most dreams before they're even born. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of what people will say. Fear of being made fun of. And the most dangerous fear of all, self-doubt. This fear doesn't make much noise. It quietly sits in your mind. And at every opportunity, softly whispers, don't do it. Don't take the risk. Stay safe. And we listen to it. Because fear always pretends to be wise. Fear rarely comes from the outside world. Fear comes from memories inside. From the time someone told you, you can't do this. From the time you tried and failed. From the time you compared yourself to someone else and felt less. That's where fear took root. Then no matter how good the opportunity, your mind first remembers that old pain. And pulls you back. To protect you. But here, the author shares a harsh truth. Fear doesn't protect you. Fear stops you. Self-doubt is fear's closest companion. When you don't trust yourself, every decision feels overwhelming. You keep asking others for advice. And still feel unsatisfied. Because the real problem isn't the decision. The real problem is the lack of trust. As long as you see yourself as weak, the world will also see you as weak. And as long as you don't allow yourself to move forward, no opportunity will wait for you. The first step to letting go of self-doubt is achieving small victories. Every day, do one thing that you think you cannot do. And prove yourself wrong. No matter how small it is. Every small victory will strengthen your trust in yourself. And slowly, that fear which held you back will begin to weaken. Remember, trusting yourself isn't some big thing. It's built from small daily habits. And once it's built, nothing can stop you. Chapter 5. The Past and Worries About Tomorrow. Now let's talk about that burden that most people carry in their minds every single day, without even realizing it's a burden. Worry about yesterday and worry about tomorrow. The mind either runs backward or runs forward, but it refuses to stay where it should be. Mistakes of the past. Unfinished decisions, broken relationships, and all those things that make you sad when you think, I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that. This word I wish tires the mind the most, because thinking repeatedly about something that cannot be changed only increases the pain. We don't understand this. On the other side, there's worry about the future. What will happen tomorrow? What if this happens? What if that doesn't happen? Career, money, relationships, society. All of it starts spinning in the mind at once. And the funny thing is, the future hasn't even arrived yet. But we start carrying its full burden today. The result is, we can neither live today properly, nor can we make tomorrow right. In this chapter, the author shares a very deep thought, that the mind finds the most peace when it becomes certain that this moment is safe. Most anxiety comes from the fear that things are not in my control. But the truth is, yesterday was never in your control. And tomorrow will never be completely in your control either. What is in your control is one decision right now, one step right now, one action right now. When you see the past as a lesson, not as a punishment, its poison begins to fade. And when you see the future as preparation, not as fear, its anxiety also lessens. You have to teach your mind that it's not necessary to go back every time. And it's not necessary to run forward every time either. Sometimes the wisest thing to do is to stop and take a deep breath. Remember, life doesn't move backward, and it doesn't move forward. Life always moves. Right now, those who take care of their today find that their tomorrow automatically becomes better. Let go of the past with respect. Have faith in tomorrow. And stand fully in the present moment. This is the greatest detox of this chapter. Chapter 6. Beginning the mental cleanse. So far, we've identified the garbage in the mind, understood its causes, and learned how negative thinking, overthinking, fear, and anxiety drain our energy. Now the question is, how do we get out of all this? Because just knowing the problem isn't enough. Real change happens when you start doing something different. This is where the real cleansing of the mind begins. In this chapter, the author says very clearly that to detox your mind, you have to start with your habits, not your thoughts. Because the mind thinks exactly what the environment feeds it every day. If you watch negative news all day, listen to pointless gossip, and let everyone's opinion dominate you, your mind will remain dirty. So the first step is, reduce the input. Stop reacting to everything. You don't have to reply to every message instantly. You don't have to form an opinion on every matter. The second step is, embrace silence. These days, most people are afraid of silence. Because in silence, the mind shows its truth. But this very silence is the greatest medicine for the mind. Sitting with yourself for a few minutes every day, without your phone, without noise, slowly begins to clear the layers of your mind. There will be restlessness at first, but that restlessness is proof that your mind needs detox. The third and most important step is, trust your thoughts less. Stop believing every thought that comes to you. Let some thoughts come and go. Choose which ones to engage with. As soon as a negative thought comes, don't try to suppress it. Just recognize it. And put your energy into something else. Work, walk, write, or take deep breaths. When the mind is given the right direction, It stops wandering aimlessly. The biggest message of this chapter is that the mind doesn't become clear in one day, but it can certainly become a little clearer every day. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be conscious. The moment you take responsibility for clearing your mind, you start feeling lighter inside. From here, a new thought, a new energy, and a new life begins. Chapter 7. Life with a calm and strong mind. Now we come to that part of this journey where you start feeling that something is changing. The mind no longer feels as heavy as before. Thoughts don't make as much noise. And life seems a little clearer than before. The purpose of this chapter is to show you what life feels like when the mind is calm and strong. A calm mind doesn't mean that problems in life disappear. The only difference is, now problems don't drive you. You start handling problems. Earlier, even a small thing would shake you. Now that same thing gives you a chance to think. Reaction is replaced by response. And this is the difference between a weak mind and a strong one. A strong mind isn't one that never breaks. A strong mind is one that can pick itself up, even after breaking. When your mind is clear, you determine your worth not from the outside world, but from your inner understanding. The impact of what people will say or think starts to diminish, because now you have confidence in yourself. And where there is confidence, fear cannot last long. In this chapter, the author explains that with a calm mind, decisions are also calm. You are not in a hurry to prove anything. You move slowly, but in the right direction. You don't have to win every race. You just have to complete your own race properly. And this thought brings peace into life. When the mind is clear, relationships also start becoming clear. You start expecting less from others and understanding more. You learn to forgive, learn to let go, and most importantly, learn to be gentle with yourself. Because you understand that not every day has to be perfect. What matters is that every day is honest. This chapter makes you realize that detoxing your mind isn't just about changing your thinking. It's about seeing your entire life from a new perspective. When there is peace inside, no matter what the outside world looks like, you create a safe space within yourself. And this is the real victory. Chapter 8. New Beginnings and Daily Mental Detox. Now we come to the most important and most practical part of this book. Because understanding is one thing, but being able to apply that understanding to everyday life, that is real change. In this chapter, the author states very clearly that mental detox is not a one-time event. It's a daily habit. Just as the body needs food every day, similarly, the mind needs a chance to clear itself every day. Most people think that one day everything will be fine. One day the mind will become completely calm. But the truth is, the mind needs to be cared for every day. Some days will be good. Some days will be heavy. But the difference will be that now you won't be afraid of heavy days. Now you'll know how to lighten that burden. Ask yourself one small question every morning. What will I keep my mind away from today? Unnecessary comparisons? Pointless complaints? Old wounds? In this chapter, the author offers a simple approach to daily mental detox. A few minutes for yourself at the beginning of the day. Without your phone. Without noise. just focusing on your breath and reminding your mind that today is a new day. The past ends here. Then, throughout the day, whenever your mind wanders, bring yourself back to this moment. And before sleeping at night, one question: what did I do today to lighten my mind? The most beautiful thing is that when you start connecting with yourself, the outside world automatically starts to feel less important. You don't react to everything. You don't try to please everyone. And you don't take every mistake to heart. You learn that letting go of certain things is also a strength, not weakness. This chapter gives you the confidence that you are not broken. You are simply tired. And the cure for tiredness is not more hard work, but the right direction. As you make this detox a part of your life, you realize that happiness is not found outside. Peace comes from within. And when there is peace within, life automatically starts to feel right. This is the final message of this book. A clear mind, a light life, and a new beginning. Chapter 9. Befriending Yourself and True Freedom. Now we reach the final and deepest stage of this journey. Because when the mind begins to clear, when the noise subsides, then for the first time, a person can hear their own voice. And this is the moment where real change is born. In this chapter, the author explains to us that mental detox isn't just about removing negative things. It's about creating a new, honest relationship with yourself. Most people spend their entire lives fighting themselves, fighting their flaws, their mistakes, their fears. They keep trying to improve themselves, but never try to accept themselves. The result is that no matter how successful a person looks on the outside, on the inside, they feel tired and alone. When you clear your mind, you learn that punishing yourself isn't necessary. Understanding yourself is. A very beautiful thing is said in this chapter. That the day you learn to stand by yourself, the world's opinions start to lose their power. You recognize your mistakes, but you don't let them define you. You fall, but you don't call yourself worthless. You move forward, but you don't force yourself. This balance is the mark of a calm and free mind. Befriending yourself also means that you accept your limitations. You stop trying to be perfect at everything. You understand that not every day is the same. Not every day brings victory. But every day brings a lesson. And when you live with this thought, life starts to feel lighter. You no longer need to prove yourself to everyone, because you are true to yourself. The biggest message of this chapter is that true freedom doesn't come from outside. True freedom is born inside the mind. When you are no longer a slave to your thoughts. When you don't run from your fears. And when you don't carry your past on your shoulders. Then you are truly free. This freedom lets you breathe freely. This freedom lets you make the right decisions. And this freedom gives you the strength to live your life on your own terms. Remember, clearing your mind is not weakness. This is the greatest courage. Because everyone talks about changing the world. But the one who changes their own mind changes their entire life. And if you have listened this far, it means you are also ready for that change. This is the real victory of this book. And this is your new beginning. Chapter 10. Life after detox and true strength. Now in the final chapter, we arrive at a place where the mind is not just calm, but stronger and more aware. Life after detox is not a magical life where problems vanish. The only difference is that now challenges don't break you. They make you wiser. Now you don't run from situations. You face them. Without panic. Without losing yourself. A detoxed mind doesn't take everything so seriously. You learn that not every battle needs to be fought. Not every matter needs an explanation. And not every loss needs to be taken to heart. You begin to understand the value of your energy. You realize that your greatest asset is your attention. And you don't spend it where it doesn't matter. In this chapter, the author shares a very true thing. That a person with a clear mind steps out of external control. What will people say? What is social media showing? Which way is the world running? All of this stops driving you. Now you follow your inner compass. And when a person finds direction from within, the chaos outside cannot lead them astray. After detox, you start seeing your life as one complete picture. Not in pieces. You understand that every pain had meaning. Every fall taught you something. And every pause gave you a chance to breathe. You don't fight your past anymore. You think it and move on. Because you know that without that journey, you wouldn't have come this far. The biggest message of this chapter is that true strength lies in silence. Not in noise. A person who calms their mind can remain steady even in difficult times. And that steadiness gives them the strength to make the right decisions, choose the right people, and live the right life. When you finish this book, don't think the journey ends here. In fact, it starts here. Every day, live a little clearer, a little more honestly, and a little more for yourself. If you can do this, understand that you have detoxed not just your mind, but your entire life. This is the ultimate lesson of this book. And this is your true strength. And now, since you've stayed with me until the very last moment of this journey, think about this. The garbage in your mind is slowly clearing away. Those fears, those worries, those negative thoughts, that overthinking that held you back, are slowly fading. From today, your mind is going to become your companion, not your enemy. Remember, this wasn't just a story from a book. This was a journey to understand your own mind. And if you bring this into your life every day will feel a little lighter, a little clearer, and a little stronger. Befriend yourself. Recognize every thought. And understand the value of your energy. All of this is the real power within you. If you enjoyed this video and feel that you or someone you know could learn something from it, please hit the like button. And to get more summaries of life-changing books like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And yes, please tell me in the comments, which chapter resonated with you the most? And what is the first step you're going to take today to start detoxing your mind? I'll be waiting for your response. Remember, change starts from within, not from outside. Clear your mind and make your life lighter and stronger. Let's begin now with your new, clear, and powerful mind. Thank you.